Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
First speaker is Dr. Nat, and just to give a small introduction about Dr. Nat is a entobotanist working on various cross-cultural context, researching, advising, lecturing on health and environmental issues. His work has been consistently involved local and international public education through radio, television, documentaries, popular scientific publications. So, something more about Dr. Nat is that in 2000, he received a prestigious Goldman Environmental Prize for his work on local capacity. Basically, these are reinforcements of business buildings, integrated healthcare, biocultural diversity, conservation, and sustainable resource use. Dr. Nat has also a PhD from University of London Goldsmiths College. He has MSc and BSc from University of Cape Coast, Ghana. He serves as an academic director of SIT's Study Abroad Summer Program in Madagascar into traditional medicine and healthcare systems. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being here. And your topic for today is United we stand, divided we fall, meeting local and global healthcare needs through integrated healthcare systems. Over to you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this introduction and greetings from Madagascar. As my sister have just said, I'm going to talk about meeting local and global healthcare needs. And lest we forget, our theme for today's session is spirituality and health. United we stand, divided we fall. Everything together in partnership, in complementary, makes life easier. United we stand, divided we fall. Meeting local and global healthcare needs through the integrated healthcare system. We're talking about health. And health involves taking care, and the global aspect of it, healthcare. What is healthcare? Healthcare is the prevention, treatment, and management of illness and the preservation of mental and physical well-being through the services offered by the medical, nursing, and allied health professions. Healthcare embraces all the goods and services designed to promote health, including preventive, curative, and palliative interventions, whether directed to individuals or to populations. Healthcare involves taking care of health. And what is health? Health, according to the World Health Organization, is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. This explanation there lacks something. It's forgetting the fact that humans, we are not just mind, body, and social, we are spiritual. And that spiritual aspect brings in the spirituality of humanity. Spirituality being in the broadest context, a belief in something beyond the self. It may involve religious traditions centering on the belief in a higher power or higher being. It involves a holistic belief in an individual connection. As we are talking now, we are connected. Connections to others and to the world as a whole. Spirituality, getting to know ourselves and depending on associating, connecting with the being, enables us to cope. It's a healing process. It involves health. The organized provision of healthcare services may constitute what we call healthcare system. And one would say two most common systems are the traditional medicine and the allopathic medicine. Let me start talking about the traditional system. The traditional medicine is seen by the World Health Organization again as the sum total of knowledge, skills, and practices based on the theories, beliefs, and experiences indigenous to different cultures, whether explicable or not, used to maintain health, as well as to prevent, diagnose, improve, or treat physical and mental illness. This explanation given by the World Health Organization makes me draw a summary, a gist, to the fact that traditional medicine can then be considered as the medical practice originating or occurring naturally in a place and is part of that culture. Again, the World Health Organization says when traditional medicine is practiced outside its indigenous culture, is termed complementary. I'll talk to that a bit later, but let's go to what the allopathic medicine is. I'm bringing these because eventually, when I get to the integrated health system, you will understand why I'm giving these explanations for us to know these two major health systems around us for now. The allopathic system is modern medicine, science-based medicine or biomedicine. It's a healthcare system in which medical doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and other health professionals are licensed to practice and treat symptoms and diseases. The treatment being done through medication, surgery and surgical procedures, radiation, chemotherapy, etc., etc., etc. Looking at the foregoing, we see traditional and allopathic in this context. Traditional medicine helps meet healthcare needs. It tries to maintain local culture, maintaining local culture in the sense that using the resources and biodiversity enable the know-how is passed on, is inherited, and that is maintained within the culture. It promotes and aids biodiversity conservation, biological diversity conservation, meaning using the resource gives people a reason to want to take care of that resource, and that is conservation. The traditional medicine operates locally. It's known as the ancient. It originates naturally in a place and is part of the culture. The allopathic system also is to meet healthcare needs. It's science-based. It operates locally, but then it's going global. It's modern. It originates in a place, it's created in a place, and is part of that culture. One can see that both systems are trying to meet healthcare needs. Separately, they are running parallel, like two things going side by side. Sometimes you get some practitioners or healers from both sides trying to do referrals. But doing referrals, having gone this way and seeing, and then realizing, oh, I cannot help, let me refer that person to the other side. We forget the fact that diseases are not static. By the time you refer the person to the other side, the disease has moved to another form, another state, whereby sometimes it's impossible to help the person again. Let me draw a quick reference. Traditional medicine is said a medical system originating in a place and which is part of the culture. The allopathic system originates from a place and is part of a culture, one can then say the allopathic is traditional. Again, the traditional system practiced outside its culture, moved to another place by other people, is complementary. But the allopathic system, originating from a place, now being practiced outside another its own culture, can then also be called complementary. Then we are seeing that the allopathic system is gradually replacing the traditional medicine system. That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case. Each system is able to provide something. There are good in them, which they shouldn't be fighting each other. What happens? Why don't we pool our resources together? Pulling our resources together, that is why we're calling for the integrated healthcare system. The integrated healthcare system is a system that recognizes the human nature relationship for healthcare reasons as a positive tool and consciously targets and harnesses this to meet the health, economic, as well as the biological and cultural diversity conservation needs of people and their areas simultaneously. Not either or, not this one first, and then after I'll tackle that one together simultaneously. It's all happening at the same time. This integrated healthcare system has as its goal health of all and health for all. Healthy people, as well as the other elements of biodiversity. We shouldn't forget humans, we are part of biodiversity. We are related. We are related to nature, the human nature relationship. Healthy environment, healthy culture, healthy economy. The integrated healthcare system is a holistic approach that recognizes diversities in healthcare service provision and delivery and harnesses these to function in a complementary manner. The picture that you are seeing is a medical doctor on the left, the traditional healer on the right, the patient in the middle. Together, they receive the patient and take care of it. As you can see in the diagram, allopathic system operates great, traditional system operates great. Putting them together, the integrated healthcare system at the center. That enables us to be able to advance. The integrated healthcare system is conservation based, takes care of the culture and the biological diversity, tries to meet both at the same time. As I said, it's sustainable in the sense that it uses and reinforces local resources, bringing in external resources to complement, but not to replace, replacing what exists there in terms of health and in terms of any other development program, debases what is around the place. And that is not how we should look at. We are connected. It gives us a better healthcare system. The resources are available. It's a fast, rapid help available to the people. It's cost effective. Cost effective in the sense that the local biological diversity and the local resources are what are used first. And then the external resource comes in to complement, as I've said before. Each side is able to, but putting them together gives us a better setting, a better view of what it should happen. Concluding remarks, we realize the integrated healthcare is from local to global and back to local. It's a cycle. The resources in the area, a win-win situation. Us recognizing the capacity of the local system to contribute to our health, meeting our healthcare needs, enables us to improve the rate of recognizing viable health solutions. I'll give a little example. This violet flower that you see in the picture, that is the rosy periwinkle. The rosy periwinkle, indigenous to Madagascar, is traditionally used, and it's used now. The rosy periwinkle, we've got vincristine and vinblastin medicines that are used for childhood leukemia and Hodgkin's disease. Working together, you are able to fast circuit and approach and get resources to meet healthcare needs, not just local, but then it goes global. It brings me to what the world is facing now, the coronavirus pandemic. Isn't it possible, rather than putting all our eggs in one basket, isn't it possible if we were to spread and look all over, combine our resources, work together? I believe there is that possibility. To be honest with you, we here in Madagascar, I'm not promoting what we say we found, but we got the COVID organics, which is being given to people. And personally, and I know colleagues who've had it, and I know people who've had the coronavirus, and they've survived, they've recovered having that. I personally treat and take care of myself with an steam inhalation of the infusion of pawpaw leaves, citrus leaves, and eucalyptus leaves put together. It takes care of the common flu. The coronavirus is a flu. Other people have used that. I'm not promoting anything, but I'm drawing to the point that if we were to pool our resources together and work together, and that is what the integrated healthcare system is all about. United we stand, divided we fall. Working together in a complementary manner will lead to spreading local unity, united at the local front, spreading it over, and we attain the global unity. That is what we are all looking for, making sure that each one of us is healthy. Our environment is healthy. Our economy is healthy. Our culture is healthy. It's a win-win scenario. I would say, thank you, Medawasi. That is in the Ghanaian language. Misotra, that is from our Madagascar. Asante, Swahili. Ngiyabonga, Zulu. Obrigado. My colleagues in Brazil and the Portuguese will tell me that. Merci with our French colleagues. And thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nat. It was a very nice talk. That local to global to back to local, and to find indigenous ways of healing ourselves in today's days of pandemic. And I'm sure we'll find a solution. Thank you so much. So I just want to, yeah, share a small token of our appreciation, sir. So this is for you. One more. The World United presents a certificate of appreciation for Dr. Nat Quansah for being an esteemed speaker in the 3rd edition of the World Parliament on Spirituality 2020 Africa. Thank you so much, Dr. Nat, for being and giving your valuable feedback, suggestions, and a hope for all of us to come together and find indigenous ways of healing ourselves. Thank you so much.